And I wouldn't doubt an attack coming in right now as this expansion is going up. Looking at harvester count, sSKS in the lead, but not by much, seeing as how much earlier he had his expansion. And looking at what's being produced, it looks like we do have Colossi coming out with the extended thermal lance upgrade right on the back burner. So this Colossi will do a great job against the Marine Marauder army that we have from the sSKS, as the only other defense is Banshees, which do a great job against the Colossi, since they can attack them and they can attack back, although they won't be able to cloak anywhere near those observers, which are just in all the wrong places for the sSKS. As it looks like the sSKS might be getting ready to move out with his Banshees again, seeing if he can do some more successful harassment, as both players are just saturating up their secondary bases right now. Very good Immortal Colossi army from sSKS, looking very strong, as lots of upgrades coming in for infantry for the Terran unit, concussive shells, combat shields, stimpack, that really sticking with the NM ball here as medivacs are coming out. Gonna try and do another two-pronged attack that looked like he did with his Hellions at the beginning, gonna start harassing at the same time as his main army's moving in, and these Banshees are able to do a little bit of harassment. Lots of Stalkers coming in to stop them, which is good for the main army moving in now. Rushing the base. Yeah, I'm not sure, the sSKS doesn't know about those Colossi, so he's running back now, seeing those Colossi gonna be able to do good damage with the extended thermal lance upgrade, gonna easily be able to take out a stim-packed army when they're at such low health. As Banshees still trying to do some harassment, not very successful though. Most Vikings coming in now for the sSKS, transitioning out so he can be able to take those Colossi more easily. As they're both just building up their army, the sSKS most likely waiting for all of his upgrades to come in. As it looks like he's going to be trying to do a drop in the back here. His whole army is loaded into medivacs, as he has Banshees as well. Maybe going to be moving into his main base, see how much damage he can do, but sSKS is ready with Stalkers sitting here. A large army from his natural moving in as well at the same time. This drop is happening. Looks like they're going to be attacking each other's bases, unless sSKS moves back before it's too late, but they're getting pretty far ahead. sSKS is moving back, maybe seeing this attack happening. Although the dropships are staying back while the Banshees see what kind of army he has. And dropships coming in now, letting out all the Marines and Marauders, as sSKS is coming back to his main army to try and defend it. And it looks like he will get there in time. Not going to lose any probes. Those medivacs actually might get taken out with all those Marines and Marauders in them. Going to have to unload just so he doesn't lose everything, but still, small army going to get taken out by these Stalkers and Colossi moving in. As while this is happening, the sSKS is just hoping to get enough Vikings up in time to take out these Colossi, as sSKS is continuing to Mortals and just his main army, warping in lots of units. Looks like he has a much better army right now. Looking at income, sSKS has a lot more harvesters, probably getting a lot more income, although our Terran player does have mules, so it's probably evening out. And just looking at production, we have more gateways, still Immortals, and just warping in units for the Protoss player. As the sSKS, man, that factory's been in it since the beginning. Glad he kept that up now. Big NM ball again, lots of Marauders to take out the ground army and lots of Vikings. That should be enough to handle any Colossi attack, as looks like both armies are getting antsy and getting ready to move out. 2 Colossi with the extended thermal upgrade. We got an Observer in that army. No Cloak Banshees are going to do any more harassment in this match, as there's just Observers all over the place. Cloak Banshees doing more harassment to any probes, trying to get some sneaky expansions in there maybe. Still got an SCV here, most likely to repair any medivacs that do have unsuccessful drops. And the sSKS still looking to move out with his army, playing it safe, taking it slow. Lots of Marauders there can do massive damage to any Stalker Zealot army. As now sSKS has a very formidable army as well, Immortal Stalkers and Colossi. Viking trying to snipe the Colossi out before he moves his main army in. Those Stimpack Marauders are really going to be trouble for this army. Could go either way. Those Vikings are able to snipe out one Colossi even before his main attack comes in. And sSKS now moving up to this army. Could go either way. Scan coming down, trying to pick off any observers. This Colossi getting out of place here. These Vikings can snipe it out. Looks like he's sTC losing a lot of Vikings, but able to take out one Colossi, almost get another one, and he's going to stay back. More Vikings coming out, trying to pick off these Colossi. As he's still continuing to pump out Marines, Marauders, and Medivacs, sticking with his MM ball, as it looks like sSKS is now transitioning to some High Templars. Going to be getting the Psionic Storm ability, seeing how many Marines and Marauders, seeing that the Terran player really is committing to this MM build, as all these Vikings here are ready to take out any Colossi that are going to be trying to get some harassment in or just be with his main army. And sSKS looking ready to move out with his main army any second, and same with the sTC. Both have very big armies full of tier 1, some tier 2 units. Looks like a pretty even match. Lots of Marauders stemmed versus a huge... Immortals are going to be able to take a lot of hits from those Marauders, but the Stalkers and Zealots can take it out quite quickly, as more Vikings and Banshees coming in the back trying to do more harassment, as he's maybe getting ready to move in with his main army, as sSKS is bringing all of its units back to deal with all these Vikings. And this would be a great time for the sTC to move in. It looks like he may be going for an attack on the natural. sSKS still has a big army here. That small army not quite enough, needs to bring up everything else. All these Marauders coming in, and the Immortals trying to take the front line, take all the hits here. sSKS backing off while the Stimpack is just taking out the health. And here comes the battle. Marauders doing lots of damage to all these units. High Templars coming in, trying to do the Psionic Storm in the back, but the sTC doing a great job spreading out his Marauders, and the High Templars got taken out before doing any damage at all. Looks like those Marines and Marauders, even with the Sentry Force Field, not stood up enough to stop this army, as during that whole time he still has the Banshees and Vikings in the back able to do the harassment. And it looks like both players, not really sure what those comments were for. The semicolons might just be a face, not sure. And sSKS is going to GG, as he just wasn't able to take out that giant MM ball while getting harassed from these Banshees the whole time. What a great match. Great micro here, spreading out his Marauders, so Psionic Storm couldn't do anything in that final battle. The Vikings the whole time just doing a great job taking out those Colossi so that they couldn't be with the main army. And that just got him in the end. What a great match. Thanks, everyone. This is going to be Kyukon signing off.